Hello, true art. Ugh, ugh. Oh boy. Hello, true art believers, and welcome to the Drawing Habit, day 507. Of the Drawing Habit, and we're going to be doing we're going to be working on this portrait here, and we'll be chit chatting for a while we're doing it. So let's see what we got to do here. Let's see where we're at. We got the layers here. And it's been a while. Okay, those are lines. We're going to label that lines. What's this? Again, it's been a while. So let's go ahead and let's make this even more transparent than it really is, something like that. And we're just going to go ahead and start drawing here. We're going to start adding details now. And we're just going to do this for a number of days until I say, you know what, I'm done. I'm not going to really have these finished drawings here. It depends on how. Basically, I'm just going to go by how I feel about it, right? And I'm just going to go how I feel about the drawing. So we're going to go ahead and mess around with this using a soft round brush beginning now. And let's collapse that. There we go. That's a good start. We're just going to go ahead and start this exactly like this. I'm just going to go ahead and move here. Separate this out of the way. And begin with some airbrushing. And we're just going to go ahead and just start messing around with details here. And I don't really know where I'm going with it because I don't do this enough to really have like a set strategy. So I think at this point, like I've gotten to the point where I know the steps. I understand the steps in theory. Right? I understand these steps that I need to kind of pursue these details and so forth. What I don't know is I haven't done them enough to like know shortcuts really. So I don't know the shortcuts, and I think it's probably a good thing that I don't know the shortcuts because I think you have to really understand these principles before you can really, pursue them. So it's probably best that I don't know like the shortcuts to all this. It's probably within my best interest to kind of not know them. So we're just gonna fiddle around here. Fiddle around with tones. I know that I don't really understand like the best way to go about like layers at the moment. So I guess maybe for this drawing particularly, and probably for these live streams, I might just go do a layer every like live stream. So like when I do a new layer, when I do a new live stream, I'll add a new layer on there. So that way that I could just kind of do that, because I don't really have a set way of doing these. And it's been a while since I've been on these live streams, man. I've been like procrastinating. I didn't really want to do them. There we go. I'm always having to turn off my touch input. Yeah, so I didn't really want to do them. Been enjoying my like time off, I guess, per se. Essentially, that's what I've been doing. I've been enjoying my time off. So all I'm doing right now is just playing around with the value tones here. And And then maybe near the end, like the last 10 minutes, I'll mess with the hair a little bit and the eyebrows. But right now, I'm just going to be fiddling around with the tones and getting them to a level that I feel comfortable with. And again, as I said, like I'm not really. This has always been rather new. Even though I've done a number of portraits, I think I would have to do a couple hundred to really, really understand the like how I can improve or really understand the components of Photoshop. So I don't know. Just been here, just lightly feathering and adding subtle details. And I'm going to keep moving the brush because one thing that I like to really express when you're drawing is to constantly be moving your drawing tool in any form, not to kind of like stagnate. And I stress that because I don't want it to be a like this thing where I'm overly overthinking everything. And so I don't want to overthink the process. My goal is to just keep moving the drawing tool and then constantly be changing the tones and basically correcting and destroying, repairing the areas. You know, and it's just a very slow process. Just takes time. And I'll tell you what would be helpful is if I had to do these live streams so late. I think if you know that if you noticed by the title of this live stream, habitually inconsistent. The reason why I'm habitually inconsistent is because this is the time that I can do my live streams. It is late at night. Well, it's not late at night for a lot of people, but for me, it's late at night. I don't want to do this. Like, it's the last thing I want to do. And I just want to go to bed, man. Deep down inside, I just want to fall asleep, curl up in the bed, and just have a good night's rest. But I've been feeling very unhappy over it. I haven't been happy because I haven't been doing my live streams or haven't been drawing as much as I like to. And I hate to like tether drawing to my happiness, but really when I draw, I feel like there's a sense of pride in it. There's like a joy. There's a sense of joy out of it. And it's like a guilty pleasure for me. Right. So like, I hate losing. I hate the fact that I'm losing, like, when I do these live streams. I hate the fact that I have to lose sleep over it, but I also like I'm in a situation where if I don't do them, I'm also unhappy. So it feels like a lose-lose. You know, if I don't do my live streams and draw, I feel very like not proud of myself. Like I haven't accomplished something. Like all my other like my day job, I don't really get, like, I do things for other people, like for my job, right? And I do basically that's all I do is like everything I do is for other people essentially. Like why am I working? Like I'm not working because I enjoy it. You know, I'm working it because I need to support a family, right? Why am I doing this? Like, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So, like drawing is essentially like my way of escape. It's my escape from just everything. And I used to like it a lot. Like, I think I really did enjoy it drawing. It was awesome. It's one of my favorite things in the world. I just don't get to do it that often anymore. You know. So notice how it's like just really soft and like foggy. That's what it's going to be like for a long while for me because I don't understand how to control the nuances with with these tones. So I have to like fiddle around with it. And I don't understand Photoshop enough to really make things go faster than how they're going right now. So there's that. So there's like a knowledge barrier here, a skill barrier. So I'm pretty skilled. I'm like decent at like doing realism, not like hyper realism, but I'm decent at capturing a likeness. Um, I can be very slow at it, right? Just very slow at it, and that's only through traditional means. Like Photoshop, I'm really slow at all this stuff because I don't know the tricks. I just don't know the tricks. Okay, I do know the tricks. I don't know how to implement them well. So I'm not going to do those tricks until I know the basics of Photoshop. And that might take years because I don't know. I'm like way behind the curve. Like I've had access to Photoshop forever, right? But I just haven't really haven't been. I haven't really pursued it. I just haven't. So all I'm going to be doing is just like working on this and just kind of adding tones and just kind of building it up as we go. Blending everything. Taking it slow. All I can say is that when you're doing these things, anything that you feel is worth something of value to you, just take it slow. Don't go too fast. Right? Just take it really slow and be aware of what you're doing and have a little bit of being optimistically cautious. You know, when you're drawing, just be optimistic with the outcome, but also be cautious with how you're executing too. You know, you don't want to get too like experimental and get so far out of your comfort zone that you have to like do a ton of retcons or repairs or corrections. So I'm just fiddling around here, and that's all I'm going to do is just kind of keep messing with the tones until I feel that I got it in the right area. And just keep working on it. That's all I can do. And I think I'm going to work on this for about an hour, 45 minutes or so. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it takes me. Yeah, just keep working on it, fiddle around with it, and blending and correcting and reblending, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Until you feel that you've got it in got it in a got 'em. Got it somewhere where you like it. Just keep working at it, and then correct and repair. Yeah, buddy, just taking it slow. I might have to go in and work on the hair, on like the the facial hair. I really do think I might have to do that. I didn't want to do it today, or I didn't want to tackle it, but I think I want that texture to show through a little bit earlier than I anticipated doing. All right, let's kind of fiddle around here. Let me tell you, man, this is ridiculous. I never have anything to say. I never have anything to say. Like like all the things I have to say on these live streams is like almost like selfish. It's just tired and stuff you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear that. No one wants to hear about that. I don't even know what to talk about. I don't even know what to talk about regarding the drawing itself. Like it's just one of those things where I'm just trying to focus on getting a likeness and trying. I'm doing concentrated practice, and here I am trying to concentrate, doing these these learning sessions here, and I'm doing a live stream at the same time. It's very difficult to do two things at once. So that's what I'm struggling with. I'm struggling with getting these all the stuff kind of in order here. Now that I look at it, I feel like I made his right cheek too wide. Like, he does have high cheekbones, but I feel like I widened them too much. Like I exaggerated them just a smidge too much. That's no good. Let's see here. Like that. We're gonna add some white here. That might be too much actually, but I just need to kind of get the, the eye a little bit more consistent. There you go, something like that. Nope. We'll leave it like that for now. I don't know. I'm going to be moving his eyes around for a while. Like that. Oh, man. All right, man. We're getting somewhere, I think. As I said, I'm probably only going to work on this for about 2 days, 3 days. And then I'm going to get bored of it because I just want to, it's just a study. Really is. I think I'll do much better. I'll be much better off if I just do multiple studies, So I'm going to work on this until I get tired of it. and then we're going to go ahead and do another one and another one and another one. Then maybe I'll have more things to talk about in the meantime. But just haven't had anything that really excites me. Nothing really is going on in this world. We're kind of boring at the moment. Just been trying to maintain a consistent schedule with other things in my life, but everything I haven't been consistent in this. Like after I did the 500 days, I was just like, yay, I'm done, time to get out of here. And I just kind of like stopped, and I just didn't want to do anymore. Like I felt like I had came in and I did what I wanted to do. I accomplished what I was trying to do. I got what I want out of it. And then I just kind of fell off the map, almost in a bad way. Like I shouldn't have done that. Like I should have still had like maintained my drawing habit, you know? All right. So this is just going to be a slow process for me until until it becomes a habit. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to do these live. I'm going to try my best, do a live stream a day, every day. Because I'm finding if I don't do it, like I fill up that time with stuff, like meaningless stuff. Like I'm finding that I'm filling it up with just stuff that really does me no good. Like I'm wasting my time on dumb stuff. So it was almost like, you know how like people pick up hobbies to keep themselves out of trouble, or go to the gym, or start exercising, or take up something to keep them out of trouble. It's almost like I need this. I need to do this and thoroughly exhaust myself to keep myself out of trouble. Like I'm not like doing anything bad. I'm just squandering on like dumb stuff. Like if I wasn't doing this live stream, I'd be wasting it on Netflix. I'd be giving my time to Netflix, and that doesn't really make me a better person. I do agree. Like I can make the argument. Like yes, it's nice to have to kind of like escape per se, right? You're kind of getting, I don't know, you're kind of just taking a load off. I think that's a good thing, right? I think it's a good thing to kind of take a load off here and there, right? But I don't think let's see. We're going to change. I don't think it's a good, like for me, it's not a good thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use some hairbrush and see where it takes me. Just looking at these hairbrushes that we have here. I think I'll use that one. going to use this on the eyebrows here. We're just going to kind of add hair to the eyebrows. Make them a little bit darker than that. Just kind of make them a little bit more like textury. Just for now. And what I want to do is I want to go here and press E, but do that. I'm going to erase this area a little bit so it's a little bit more, feels more like an eyebrow. So just kind of shave off this area using the, there we go. And press B. We're going to go ahead and go on top of that layer here. Again, just adding like a hair texture, and then we're going to go ahead and knock back some of that hair texture with the using an eraser. Something like that. See, just kind of I think that's good. All right. So that looks pretty much better. And what I'm going to do here is we're going to remove some stuff here using the eraser brush, using the special eraser. Like it's not even a special eraser. It's just I'm just adding a texture to the hair here, and then I'm going to kind of go back with the brush on top of another layer. I think that'll be very helpful. Yeah, something like that. Just kind of eat away at that stuff here. It's something that needs to be done for real. I need to mess around with this texture here, because I don't like the way that the hair is shaped. Like it's too blocky, and I want to have a better idea of what the hair is going to look like. So I'm going to go on top of it with a texture brush, and then I'm going to start blending again. It's just that it's just too much of a distraction, because I have this like base layer of hair here, and it's not really a good, like it doesn't give a good measure of what the facial hair is going to kind of look like, and it's not even giving a good measure of where it's going to be placed. So I'm going to be going on top of it again, and we're going to remove some of this here and here. Just kind of make it feel. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the hair on top again, just like before. Probably need to remove all that right there as well. If I can find a layer that it's on. Whew, boy, what a day. So I'm just notice I'm just kind of like removing a little bit, adding a little bit of like a tooth to the hair to make it feel more like the edges of the hair. And I'm going to go back on top of it with my hairbrush. Just to, yeah, I'm going to go back on top of my hairbrush. But right now, I really need this to kind of like, it doesn't feel realistic to me. It's too much like the base layers, and I need that. I need to change that. So I'm going over it. What's falling down? Again, most of this is probably going to be going, I'm going to go over this again. I'm just kind of like doing this as a precaution. I'll correct it with my hairbrush afterwards. I'm just going to go over it. Yep, there we go. So you can kind of zoom back and see how I kind of scuffed everything up. Now that I'll have an idea where I'm going, I'm going to start adding. I will add the hair on top of that real soon. We got some openings here. So I'm just going to add like a little patchiness where I can see some more of the top of the, just, I don't know, making it a little bit more interesting to me. All right, something like that, and then we're going to go on top of it with the hairbrush. Yeah, on top of the hairbrush, add back some of the stuff, make it a little bit fuller again, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, definitely see what happens. Press B, and see, we'll just start adding hair in. Starting now, you know. Yep, there we go. Just kind of adding this hairbrush in here. And then see where it takes me. So this is where it gets kind of weird because he's got more more hair underneath his lip than I kind of accounted for. So we're gonna have to kind of add that in there. Yeah, see? So it's working. I think it's okay. It doesn't look like the dude. Now that I'm looking at him, I realize I made his eyes are too small. I made his cheeks too wide. Um, but I can't help that. When I That's what happens when you start doing these portraits. You start noticing where you've done wrong, or like where you've missed the mark, and that kind of sucks sometimes whenever you're working on these things. It's like you miss these things, and it kind of sucks because you're like, oh man, I thought I was doing pretty well on capturing a likeness, and all of a sudden you come back to it and you're like, yeah, I didn't capture anything near this dude's person. Like, it doesn't even look like him, you know? Doesn't even look like him. Just kind of messing around with his facial hair here. And then I'll go back to blending. It feels weird using brushes to create some of your marks. It doesn't feel like it feels kind of like cheating, but it's not. It feels because like it doesn't necessarily like make it better. It's not like it like automatically is going to cure the drawing if you have any like specific drawing problems. It does add a little bit of like, it does make things a little bit easier to some extent, but like I'm also like, I don't even know how to use these brushes effectively. So if you don't know how to use your brushes effectively, you're just, sometimes you can be wasting your time. So his temple is closer, the way that like the temple and right here, there's the gaps much closer than what I've actually been drawing. So I have to kind of bring that temple closer right here. Something like that. I don't even think I did a good job. I think it needs to be closer, but I can't keep moving it in like that. Something like that, I guess. So I'm getting a little bit like kind of like loose on some of the stuff. Don't know why. I just feel like I should get a little looser. I can always fix it later on. And this is a study, so I don't really have to like worry about if it's. I'm not gonna have to worry about anything. Yeah, buddy. All right. So let's kind of. So I think that's a little bit better. Adding that as like adding that texture brush. I think that helped quite a bit. Don't know if I'm quite set on the chin area, right? As I said, I've already noticed that what I've done wrong with them, and what are you gonna do? Like I can't keep correcting and recorrecting. I don't have all that time. I don't have all this time, so we're just gonna move forward with it. And now I think that I got the beard and hair to where it's kind of like okay, you know, where it kind of works texture wise. I can go in and start adding details again, or start using the airbrush again. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. Just kind of fiddle around the fiddle around. Let's go around work on the lips. Yeah, let's work on the lips. You're gonna work on those lips here, kind of. There you go. Let's get those get that highlight in there. You ever see those videos of those artists that do like these really quick, good, like amazing lips? They're able to do these lips that are so good, and they really didn't do many things to it. Like they like did like a a paintbrush swirl, and then they just did a few things, and bada bing, bada boom, they have these really well structured lips out of nowhere, and they didn't have to do. They did like nothing to it. They spend like 10 minutes on the lips, and boom, they're done. They're perfect. They look like the person's lips, and they have all the lighting's in a right spot, you know. Right? It's just like they're done. It's just great. And not here. You're not going to get that with me. At least not for a long while. Again, I like it has to be done. Everything has to be done really slowly for me. It's going to be a long while before I get these to a level that I want it to be. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this for the next 4 days or so, and then once I finish one, or like once I get it to a point where like I'm done, I don't want to work on it anymore. Which is getting, I don't know. It might be 5 sessions, right? 4 sessions, 3 sessions. It all depends on how I'm feeling. That's what I'm going to start doing. Is I'm going to set hard deadlines on them. So if I am consistent, maybe who knows? Maybe I'll finish this one in 5. All right. Just keep working at it. Don't worry about whether or not you're doing them correctly. Just keep working. Just moving around, man. Don't know, man. I got 9 more minutes of this, and I think I'm done, man. It's pretty late. I think I got to get up early tomorrow, and then try to do this all over again. Yeah, I made his right cheek too wide. I think this is okay, but his right side is too wide, and it's too late to fix that. Well, it's not too late. I just don't want to spend the extra time on his fixing his right side, or his technically his left side, because I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be working on this for an extended period of time. I'm going to be working on it for more days, and I'll probably say, you know what, I'm done. I'm done with this study, and I'll go start another one. You know, that's what I'll probably do, or I'll go start another one. It's all new to me, man. Yeah, as you can see, I can get some details in when I understand when I'm spending time on it. Like the eye's starting to form out pretty good, and there's getting some nice little details there. I'm just going to keep fiddling around with it, and that's probably what I'm going to do for the next few days. Is just play around with it and see where it takes me. I think what I might start doing is like mixing between like the eyebrows and the hair and the I don't know. We're just gonna be playing around here, and yeah, who knows? Maybe add some of the maybe work on the neck tomorrow a little bit, so the neck feels a little bit more like it works with it. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna work on this eye, and then we're gonna work on some other area. Maybe tomorrow I'll work on the other eye a little bit, playing around with the other eye. Then maybe the next day I'll work on this area some, you know, and then just call it a day. Like say this is a study, it's trying to understand the program better, and I want to get to the point where I can do a portrait in a week because I just can't. Like when like I can do a portrait. I could do a portrait in a week, but I'd have to be spending a lot of my time on it. So I want to get to the point where I could do a portrait in a week that's really decent, actually. At least that's what I think. I think that's going to be it. I think that's an admirable goal is to kind of get one portrait done in a week. But as far as these studies are going, I'm just going to do like, I don't know. I'm going to try to do like one incomplete study a week or something like that for a while, and then eventually I'll get to the point where I'm able to do one decent one. But this is going to take me time, man. I don't really ever finish these portraits because I just get bored with them. Not like bored, but like there's a point where you just don't really like. They don't improve. Like I feel like when I get more improvement out of starting a new drawing as opposed to working on the same one over and over again. That's kind of like why I don't like doing commissions so much, is because I have to finish them, and I'm not the person that I like to have drawings that kind of like that look unfinished, and I have yet to figure out how to make an unfinished looking like digital portrait. Like I'm pretty good at leaving a charcoal drawing feel unfinished but feel finished at the same time. But with the digital portrait, I have a hard time. I have to like really finish it. Now that I'm working on these airbrush details, you almost don't need those contour lines. I kind of like the contour lines on the eyes, but not so much in the nose at this point. But yeah, I think it's getting time to go to bed. Yeah. Ooh, it's late. But I think what I'll do tomorrow is definitely talk more. But I kind of lost. I didn't know what to say today. Like it's been a while. I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to work on maybe fiddle around with the other eye a little bit. Maybe bring this eye consistent with this eye. And as I already noticed this, but like the eyes are really small. Like the distance between the eyes are way too wide, and that's what I'm noticing now. Like I made the distance. Gosh. Hindsight 2020, man. It's great. It's funny how when you notice these things, you're like, oh my gosh, all these bad mistakes. So like now that I'm looking at the portrait of this guy, I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, I made his eyes way too far of a gap. And I already know this. Like I know, like in general, you want to make the space, the nose, the width of the of one eye. I guess I kept making his nose bigger and bigger, and I kept making his cheekbones wider, and I didn't really like make his eyes larger. I guess what I'll do though is hopefully I'll be able to kind of cheat a little bit through manipulation of value tones, so it doesn't feel so obvious. But like now that I'm seeing it, I don't really like it, and that's why I want to do these lives, like do these portraits and keep them like fresh. If I work on them for a while, and after I don't know 5 sessions or like 3 to 5 sessions, and if I don't have it done by then, or if it's not getting any further along, I'm just gonna stop and do another one. This one's probably gonna work on. I'm probably gonna work on it a few more times and then kind of call it a quits on it, because already I'm noticing all these errors here. Just like the guy's eyes. What else did I notice that was wrong? Well, the cheekbone was kind of and so forth, but I kept expanding it. So some things are good, some things are not good, and we'll see what happens. Anyways, that is it for the day. I hope you have a wonderful night. This is Pearson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and I hope to see you again sometime soon. Tomorrow, I will be doing this. Fingers crossed. Hopefully, if I get enough rest tonight, I should be up and at 'em tomorrow and working on this for a little bit longer. Anyways, I got to get going. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you are interested, I am having a art giveaway on my Instagram page. All you got to do is go to Instagram and go to Matt Pearson Art. And let's see. I'm giving away an oil painting. So if you're interested in that, don't forget to go to my Instagram page and enter my art giveaway. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best. Have a wonderful night. Cheers.